Hey, it's Tara with Reiki on the Run, and I am celebrating just last month 10 years of not smoking. And I think that's really something that's really exciting. If you were one of my kids, you'd know I don't usually say the word proud. I'm proud of you. I think that's overused, but this is something that I do feel very proud of, was quitting smoking. It's not an easy thing to do. Cigarettes are very, very addicting, and so I'm really excited about this celebration of 10 years of no smoking. And I really just want to talk about three things that I've learned through quitting smoking that really help me in everyday life now. So, real quick before I talk about those things, just in case you got here by searching about smoking, quitting smoking, I'll go over a little bit about my smoking story. So I've smoked, honestly, since I was 10 years old. I was in sixth grade, and I would smoke at the bus stop occasionally with the cool eighth graders. And that's how I kind of got started. And then at 13, I was, kind of buying my own, so you could buy them at the store in the little coin machine. I was buying them myself and smoking more regularly. And by 15, I was smoking in front of my parents and completely addicted. And so I smoked for a very long time, many, many years. And I was 33 when I quit. So quite a long time. And what I never thought I would quit. I actually enjoyed smoking, and I love to have coffee and a cigarette. I like to smoke after I ate. I like to drink alcohol and smoke, and I didn't think I'd ever quit. And then I had children, and I kept getting this vision, which is interesting because when I get intuition, when I have things, I usually get feelings, or I'll almost hear words. But I kept getting this vision of my two sons who were 2 and 3 at the time. I kept getting this vision of me laying in a hospital bed dying of emphysema, and they're standing over me, and both of their wives are pregnant. and I'm sitting there wondering, why didn't you just quit smoking? Why didn't you just quit? And so I kept having that vision come into my head, and it was driving me insane. And I thought, man, what if I don't quit and I am not around to see my kids grow up and see my grandbabies? So I decided to quit, and I quit on my oldest son's 4th birthday. And I tried many things. I tried a bunch of creepy medications. Chantix, I think, was one of them. I had some crazy dreams with that. But I'd never been successful, and I did end up quitting. This time I used the vape cigarette thing. I used that for about 3 months. And I just realized one day that I hadn't picked it up and smoked it, so I just got rid of it, and that was that. But I did transition over from not smoking cigarettes with the vape pen with a little nicotine in, and then to nothing. So anyway, 10 years, pretty amazing. And so yeah, I'll talk about these 3 things that I really learned during my quitting smoking that helped me all the time still today, and I thought you guys might be interested in that. And the first one is, this too shall pass. What I realized when I would have these cravings, and what had never worked before because I tried to quit before, was that the craving would pass. If I would just hold tight, give it a few minutes, it was like a wave. You just ride that wave. That would come on strong, come on strong, come on strong. And if I didn't give in, it would eventually subside. And I feel like that is true in all things. Sometimes today I have a great life, but there's still problems in my life. I still have family issues. I have all kinds of things that still pop up, and I can get bummed out, sad, depressed, just like anybody. Luckily, I have all these tools, and this is one of them to help me not stay in sadness or depression or anything like that. And knowing that any feeling I have, if I'm depressed, if I feel nothing is worth it anymore, if I feel hopeless, I recognize that feeling is going to change, and it really helps me to not wallow in it, not marinate in it, not stay in it, not feel too helpless, just to tell myself, okay, this is temporary. I know I'm feeling this right now, but it's not going to be forever. I'm probably not going to feel like this tomorrow, and I never do. So understanding that this will pass, just like that cigarette craving, it's going to come, it's going to be hard, it's going to be full force, but if you don't give in, it will pass. So really, really good lesson that I've learned. And the next one is to listen to the messages that you get. The intuition, God, source, the universe, your gut, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, to listen to those messages. Now, not the ones that tell you to go out and do bad things, but when you get those ideas in your head, when those things pop in, I kept getting that vision of my son's standing by my bed with their pregnant wives. And sorry if you can hear that noise. I live in the city and it's kind of loud, but listening to those messages that come, wherever it is they come from, whatever you think that is, paying attention to those. They're there for a reason. Don't shove them off. It was one of the best decisions I could have made for many reasons. My health, how other people view me, how I view myself, the smell, my bank account. Cigarettes are not cheap. There were so many reasons. I can't think of any to stay smoking, obviously. But listening to those little glimpses that you get, those little nudges that you hear or see or feel, that urge you to make a change. And I've really learned to listen to those things instead of just shoving them in the back of my mind. And the last one, obviously, life is better when you're healthy. I know I have done this with running. I've been running since I was long before I quit smoking. I started running, and I go all the time. I'll run for 2 years, and then I'll stop for a couple years, and then I'll run for a couple years, then I'll stop for a couple years. And I always feel better when I'm being healthy. And so it's a good thing to remember that. And it doesn't matter where you start. Like I said, I started running when I was still smoking. And it doesn't matter where you start. It doesn't matter what you've lost. I've been smoking for 30 years and it's not going to do me any good now. What's the point? No, it's always going to do you good now. If you've gained a shit ton of weight and you can barely get up, yeah, it's going to do you good if you start walking a little and eating better. It's always going to be better. You can always gain so much more by being healthy. So much more. Starting today with something, with yoga, with eating well, with running, whatever it's going to be. But I always, always, always feel so much better. And that's in every aspect of my life. It's not just, my body looks better if I'm taking care of myself. I sleep better. I feel better internally. I feel better about myself. My confidence is up. I look better when I'm being healthy. There are so many benefits. And like I said, I'm always up and down. Sometimes I'm healthy, sometimes I'm not. But trying to be more on the side of always trying to be healthy, because I always feel so much better. And that's it. That's all I have. I hope these 3 things help you, and thank you for celebrating with me and my 10 years of not smoking. It's I can't believe 10 years is gone. It goes really fast these days, doesn't it? But like I said, I never thought I'd quit. And maybe you were looking at doing something. Maybe you were looking at quitting something, getting healthy. Maybe I should do this. Then this is your sign to do it. So I hope this helps. If you are interested in more of my work, I have books I've written and workbooks to help you go further in your personal development spiritually. They're always in the link below. If anybody hasn't told you today, I love you so much, and I will talk to you soon.